Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for today's practice. I'm Sue, and today I have a flow for you that's a full body stretch. We'll be focusing on the brow chakra, so the area between brows. So it's also called the third eye chakra. And that's the chakra that is involved with discernment, wisdom, and actually creating balance in our life. So it enables us to think about things objectively and not get too emotionally involved in the things that are going on. So as we go through practice tonight, just focus on that area between the brows, just where the root of the nasal passages ends. So just slightly higher than the brow. You might just like to just touch it now and just sort of focus on that area. So we'll be thinking about that sixth chakra tonight as we go through practice. So we'll start sitting in cross-legged Sukhasana on the floor, and just slowly look at the ground and start to anchor yourself. Notice your sit bones connecting with the earth, and start to focus on your breath. Your inhales and exhales. And as you inhale, allow the belly to relax, the chest expand, and fill up through your shoulders. And as you exhale, relax the belly, the chest, and your shoulders away from the ears. Take another deep breath, anchoring through your mat, expanding through the belly, the chest, and the shoulders. When you get to the top, hold it, and then just take in a bit more breath. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. Ah. Take one more deep breath. And relax, exhaling. Have your hands next to you, palms up on the ground. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead, palms facing. And then hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead, and this time, hands together. Exhale and bring them to your third eye. Bring your thumbs to connect with your forehead. Close your eyes and just notice the warmth there. Relax your shoulders and elbows. And as you connect with your third eye, just say to yourself, I know the answers to my questions. I know the answers to my questions. Inhale here, and then exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale, bring your hands out to the side, up overhead, and then exhale, looking to the right. Look over your right shoulder, left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right hand drops behind for a gentle twist. Inhale, stretch your spine up, and exhale, look a little further over your shoulder. Inhale, stretch your arms up and back to center, and then exhale and look over your left shoulder, right hand to the outside of your left thigh, left hand drops down behind you. Inhale and stretch up, feeling your spine getting long, and exhale, looking over your shoulder. Inhale, stretch your arms up and back to center, and exhale, drop your right hand to the mat, bend your right elbow and point your left fingers towards the right, stretching the left side body. And as you breathe in, stretch through the side body and anchor through your left buttock. And exhale, just stretch a bit further to the right. Inhale, coming up, hands to center, and exhale, drop your left hand to the mat and stretch over to the left side, right fingers pointing to the left. And expanding through your right side body. Inhale, stretching up, and exhale, rain your hands forward. And you can walk your hands forward a little bit. And as you exhale, lower your head, tuck your chin into your chest, so you're looking back at your feet. And allow your hips, knees and lower back to stretch out a little. Inhale here, exhale to lower a bit further. Inhale in, walking your hands up and above your head, looking forward. And exhale, drop your hands behind you, fingers pointing away, squeezing your shoulders and elbows together, and looking up at the ceiling, stretching through the chest, arching the lower back. And again, focusing on your third eye, the heat that you're creating there. Inhale, expanding the chest, and exhaling, coming back to sitting straight up, hands on your knees. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, pointing wide, and exhale, hug yourself. So put one hand on the opposite shoulder, doesn't matter which way around, and give yourself a really tight hug. You might want to swivel to the left and then swivel to the right. Just stretching out those shoulders a little bit. And then come back to center. Inhale and stretch wide again, arms out to the side, and cross over opposite arms. So you probably sort of have to almost alternate. And this time look to the right first, and then the left, the right, and the left. Inhale, stretch your arms out wide, and then relax them down to your knees. Okay, let's come into cat for some cat-cows. So tabletop position. Remove your cushion if you've got one. Have your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, feet pointing straight back. Inhale and stretch your nose up towards the ceiling, belly falls towards the floor, hips to the sky. For cow. Exhale, tucking your chin to chest for cat. Inhale, coming forward for cow. Shining your heart space forward, broad across the collarbones. And then exhale for cat, pushing the earth away. Inhale for cow, hips go up to the sky. And exhale for cat. And come back to neutral tabletop. The crown of your head stretches forward, the tailbone stretches back, and your core is engaged. So you're squeezing your stomach into the middle line. Inhale and stretch your right hand forward, palm facing towards the left. We'll just hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, replacing your hand under your shoulder. Now we'll go on the left side. So inhale, stretch your left arm forward, left palm towards the right. Squeezing the core in, stretching forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and replacing your hand on the floor. You can do that again, or you might like to have your hand and the opposite leg up. So we'll start with right arm stretching forward and left leg stretching back. So feel that diagonal stretch from your right fingers all the way through to your left heel. Squeezing your navel towards your spine, looking down at your mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning your hand and your knee back to the mat. Option to do just the arm again, or the arm and the leg. So left arm stretches forward, right leg stretches back if you choose to use that. Stretching through your right heel all the way to your left fingertips. Right toes point to the ground, hips are parallel with the floor. Squeezing the core together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax your hand and your knee back to tabletop. Well done. Bring your knees to the outside of your mat, big toes touching. Slide your hands forward, shoulder width apart, and have your chest and forehead on the mat. If that's not accessible to you, you can have your palms stacked one on top of each other and your forehead on your palms, or you can make 2 fists and stack them on top of each other and have your forehead resting on your fists. So whichever you choose to do, stretch your arms out wide. Stretch your arms forward. Feel the stretch through your chest and shoulders. And on the next inhale, walk your hands over to the right and have your left hand on top of your right hand. Track your left buttock back towards your heels, stretching through the left side body. On the next inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale here. And then inhale as you walk your hands over to the left side. Right hand on top of left hand. Right sit bone towards your right heel. Feel the stretch through your right side. As you inhale, bring your hands back to center and your forehead back to the mat. And again, just focusing on that third eye. Roll your forehead from side to side on the mat or your hands or fists. Letting go of anything that has or hasn't happened today, this week, this month. And then bring your hands together, still on the mat. Bring your elbows in a little bit and then bring your hands in prayer position to the nape of your neck. So they're sort of pointing upwards or backwards slightly. And just focusing on your third eye. Say to yourself, I follow my inner wisdom. I follow my inner wisdom. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to the mat and come back up to tabletop. We'll thread the needle now, so just in neutral spine, crown is long, tail is stretched back. Inhale and stretch your right hand out to the side, stretching wide and then up towards the sky, looking up at your hand. And then exhale and plant your hand back on the floor. Inhale, right hand again, out to the side, up to the sky. And then exhale, thread your right hand through under your left arm, right palm facing upwards. Have it lie on the floor, right shoulder on the floor, right ear on the floor. You can stay here, or you might like to stretch your arm up to the top left-hand corner of your mat for more of a stretch. Just ease your body back as you stretch through the shoulders. If you find that comfortable, you might like to sweep your left hand behind you and grab hold of your right thigh, creating more of a twist. You can look up towards the ceiling. Wherever your hand is, return it back under your face, your left hand. Inhale, push up through the left and unwind your right hand out to the side, up to the sky. And exhale, returning your right hand to the mat under your shoulder. Left side, threading the needle. Inhale, stretch your left arm out to the side, up towards the sky, and then return it back, exhaling to the mat. Inhaling, left arm comes out to the side, up towards the sky, and this time threading under your right arm, left palm is facing up, lying on the ground, your left ear is on the ground, left shoulder is on the ground. Tracking your sit bones back, stretch your right hand up to the top right corner of your mat. See if you can feel that stretch through your right side body. If you'd like to do something more, you can stretch your arm up and over behind you, catching hold of your left thigh, looking up to the ceiling for more of a twist. Wherever your right hand is, return it back under your face. Inhale, push up through that hand, unwind your left hand out to the side, up towards the sky, and then back to the mat. And just take a couple of cat-cows here in your own time, being guided by your breath, and then come back to neutral spine. Inhale, tuck your toes under, exhale, hips to the sky, pushing up for downward facing dog. You can pedal out your dog, one heel is down, one heel is up, alternate that. Warming up your hamstrings, stretching through the back body. And then bend both knees in towards your chest, bring your chest down towards your thighs. Forehead towards the mat. Pressing through your fingertips, broadening through your collarbones, your elbow creases shine forward. Inhale here and then exhale, start to straighten out your legs for downward facing dog. Three-legged dog. Inhale and raise your right leg up to the sky. Oops, sorry, plant. Knee, toes facing down. Exhale, knee to nose. Right knee comes in towards your nose, rounding through the upper back. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Left heel point tracking towards the ground. And then exhale, right leg comes in between the hands. Plant your foot between your hands. And just look forward for a moment in a low lunge. So your left hip is raised, looking forward, nice stretch through the hips. And then lower your left knee to the ground. Inhale and hover your torso over your leg, your right leg. Exhale here. And then inhale, sweeping your hands forward and up above your head. Torso is vertical for low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Tracking both thighs towards each other, pressing through both feet. Just look forward. And again, center your attention on your forehead, in between your brows. Inhale and stretch your arms up, stretching through the side body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then rain your hands down as you exhale to frame your right foot. Plant your left hand on the ground. Inhale and stretch your right hand out to the side and then up towards the sky. And then just lean back on that left hand. Right hip goes back for a twist in low lunge. Inhale, stretch your right hand up, and exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Inhale, so to rock back, straighten your right leg and move your right heel forward for half splits. Track your right hip back, stretching through your hamstrings. Toes pointing towards your shins. Shin. And just notice where you have tension. Might be in your jaw, your eyes, your hands. Inhale and bring your right foot back in between your hands. Tucking in your left foot, exhale and push back into downward facing dog. Nice and strong in your downward facing dog. Hips to the sky, heels disappearing behind your feet. Three-legged dog on the left side. Inhale, left leg raises, right heel goes towards the mat. Left toes are pointing down. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, rounding through the back. Inhale, left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then exhale, bring your left leg in between your hands. Plant your foot in between your hands and keep your right thigh up, looking forward for that low lunge again, runner's lunge. And then drop your right knee to the floor, toes can untuck. Your left leg is in a square over your left ankle. You don't want your knee to be over your toes, keep it in a straight line. Inhale, hover your torso over your thigh, hands pointing back by your hips, and exhale here. On your next inhale, sweep your hands forward and above your head for Anjaneyasana. Have a focal point you can look at to assist your balance. Scissoring your thighs together, even though they're not actually moving, just creating that tension in your body to assist with the balance. Active through the core to protect your lower back. Inhale and stretch your arms up. Exhale and rain them down to frame your left foot. Take your weight in your right hand, make sure it's spread out and pressing through your fingertips. Inhale, stretch your left hand out to the side, point it up to the sky. Twist on the left side and just lean back into your right arm, tracking your left hip back. Inhale as you stretch your left arm up and exhale as you sweep it back down to the ground. Inhale, tuck your right toes under and exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky, chest towards the mat. Inhale here and then exhale, come down to kneeling, so tabletop, and then come to tall kneeling, so bring your torso up to the vertical. And just stretch your arms out to the side. And then bring your right hand in at right angles so your upper arm is parallel with the floor. And then sweep your left arm underneath and wrap it around so that if possible you catch your left fingers with your right hand. So your right arm is at right angles. You sweep your left arm underneath and see if you can catch your hands. Beautiful. Have your upper arms parallel to the mat, and just move your hands a little way away from your face. Stretching through your spine. Crown is tall, stretching up to the sky. And just see if you can lower your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and stretch your arms out to the side after you've unwound. We'll go to the left side now. So the left arm comes in at a right angle. The upper arm is parallel with the floor. The lower arm is vertical. Sweep your right arm underneath tightly and then see if you can clasp your hands with each other. So your right hand is in your left palm. You might be able to get a bit further down or grab hold of your sleeve. Upper arms are parallel with the mat. Forearms are vertical. Stretching through the shoulders. Active in your core. Eagle arms. Eagles have amazing vision, observation. They see the big picture. Just like the effects of the third eye when it is active, when our intuition is working. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side and lower them to the ground. Come back to dog pose. And then walk your feet towards your hands and roll your spine up till it's vertical. Starting with your tailbone, imagining each vertebrae as you very slowly come up to standing. Do some shoulder rolls, one way and then the other. And then stand at the top of your mat for Sun Salutation A. Mountain pose to start with. So just ground through the four corners of your feet, corners of your heels, base of your little toe, big toe. Tail tracks towards the earth. Feel that length in your spine, your crown stretching up to the sky, as though it was connected with a fine thread. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead, palms facing, and then exhale, rain your hands down. You can bend your knees as much as you like for forward fold. So you can have your torso over your thighs, knees bent. Inhale for halfway lift, torso parallel with the mat, hands on your shins or thighs. And then exhale, forward fold, plant your hands either side of your feet and step back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, and on the exhale, come down onto your knees and into supported plank, shoulders over your wrists, active through the core. Inhale and exhale, lower yourself down to the mat, elbows in towards the ribs, pressing through the fingertips and come down onto your mat. Have your hands under your shoulders, press through the tops of your feet, knees come off the mat. Inhale for baby cobra, head and chest off the mat, just lightly pressing through your hands, making sure that your back is doing some of the work. And exhale to come down. Inhale, press up to tabletop, tuck in your toes Exhale for downward facing dog. This time, walk your hands towards your feet. Grab opposite elbows with your hands and sway from side to side. Just releasing your hamstrings and the lower back. And again, rolling your spine up to standing. Allow your hands to go floppy, neck floppy, chin towards the chest, and inhale as you vertebrae by vertebrae come back up to standing. Wonderful. Coming to the front of your mat. Sun Salutation V with standing poses. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead. Exhale, rain your hands down for forward fold, bending your knees if you wish. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale for forward fold. Plant your hands either side of your feet and step back into dog pose. Inhale forward into knees on the mat, supported plank. And exhale, lowering down all the way to the mat. Tucking your elbows into your body, hands under your shoulders. Inhale and draw a line with your nose upwards as you come up for baby cobra. A little bit further this time. And exhale, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, pushing up into tabletop, tucking in your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog on the right side. Exhale, bring your right foot in between your hands, so tucking in your knee to your chest and then right the way through. So your hands are on the ground, your right foot is in a square, knee over ankle. Have your left foot flat on the mat at 45 degrees. Inhale and stretch your left arm straight in front of you. And exhale, cartwheel it behind you, pointing to the back of your mat, and come up into warrior two. Head over heart, heart over hips. Beautiful. Nice and broad across the collarbones. Right buttock tucks in, grounding through the left heel, stretching that left thigh backwards. Looking along your right fingers. Inhale, stretch wide. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, flip your right palm and bring your right hand up towards the sky. Left hand to left thigh for reverse warrior. Inhale, stretch your right hand up. Exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh. And just turn to look up at the ceiling over your left shoulder. So that you're sort of leaning back. On your next inhale, stretch your left arm forward, near your ear. Your left upper arm is near your ear. So you have a line of energy going from your left heel all the way through to your left fingers. A long diagonal line. And your body is in one plane. Tucking that right buttock in, pressing still through the left heel. Side angle pose. Inhale, stretch your fingers forward, and exhale to see if you can lower your right thigh slightly. Inhale, stretch your fingers forward, and exhale, come back into warrior two. Point both toes to the left side of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. So nice wide stance. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, arching your back slightly. And from the hips, exhale, coming down towards the floor. Flat back. Stretching your crown forward. And then at the last moment, dropping your hands in front of your face onto the ground. You might be able to adjust your stance to be wider, if you like. Planting your weight into your left hand, inhale, stretch your right hand out to the side and up towards the sky, looking at your hand. And exhale, bringing that right hand back down to the ground. Planting your right hand on the ground, inhale, stretch your left hand and arm out to the side, up towards the sky. And exhale, bringing it back down under your face. Inhale and come back to, low lunge. So you bring your hands at either side of your right foot, point your left toes forward and have your right leg in a square. Inhale and push back into downward facing dog. Right leg goes back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Warrior pose is on the left side. Inhale, stretching your left leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog on the left side, tracking your chest down towards the mat. Exhale, bringing your knee through to your chest, your nose, and right through in between your hands. Left foot is in between your hands, left leg is in a square. Bring your right foot onto the mat flat at 45 degrees. Check that your left leg is aligned correctly. Inhale and point forward with your right hand. And exhale, cartwheel your hand towards the back of the mat for Warrior Two on the right side. Looking over your left fingers. Knit your ribs together, active through the core. Inhale, stretch your fingers slightly wider apart. And exhale, see if you can sink a little bit lower into your left thigh. Inhale, flip your left hand and stretch your arm up to the sky. Right hand on the back of the right thigh, reversing your warrior. Inhale, stretch your arm up. And exhale, bring your left forearm to the left thigh. Roll your right shoulder back. So just think about your body all being in one plane. And then bring your right hand up over your ear. Your right upper arm is over your ear, pointing forward in a diagonal, a straight line from your right heel all the way through to your right fingers for side angle pose. Looking to the right or looking under your arm towards the sky. Inhale, stretch your fingers long. And exhale, sweep your hand backwards for Warrior Two. Looking along your left fingers again. Tucking in your left buttock. Bring both hands to your hips. Have both feet pointing to the left side of your mat. Inhale, looking up, arching your back slightly. And then exhale, bending from the hips. Nice flat back, crown stretching forward. As your head comes towards the ground, drop your hands in front of your face onto the ground. You might like to adjust your feet wider if that serves you. Planting your right hand on the ground, inhale, stretch your left arm out to the side and up towards the sky. And exhale, following with your eyes your left arm as it stretches out and comes back
under your face. Planting your weight through your left hand, inhale, stretch your right arm out to the side and up towards the sky. And exhale, following it back down with your eyes, down under your face. Wonderful. Walk your hands towards the front of the mat, both feet pointing forward. Inhale, and on your exhale, push back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, come into supported plank. So inhale, knees to the mat, shoulders over your wrists, active through the core. Exhale, lowering down towards the mat, elbows into the chest as you lower down. Keeping your elbows tucked, press into the tops of your feet. Inhale for baby cobra. And exhale down. Inhale to push up to tabletop, tuck in your toes, and exhale for downward facing dog. Just take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, and on your exhale, bring your right foot in between your hands, looking forward. Inhale, and on your exhale, bring your left foot to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, spreading your arms wide, coming up, hands overhead, hands together, and hands to heart center as you exhale. Good work. Mountain pose. Before we get down onto the mat, we're just going to do the full eagle pose. We've already done the arms. Now we're going to put the legs together with it as well. So from mountain pose, nice and strong in your mountain pose, just lift up your right foot and drag your toes across the mat, and then very gently and purposely plant your right foot back on the mat. That's going to be your balancing leg. Bending both legs slightly, and have a point in front of you for your balance, for your drishti. Inhale as you sweep your left leg to cross your right leg. Now you can have it off, you can have your left foot off the mat, or you can have your left toes on the mat if that's easier. We've got our left leg that we're standing on, so we have our arms out wide, sweep our right leg arm in and have it at right angles, so the upper arm is parallel with the floor and the forearm is vertical. And then we sweep the left hand underneath for eagle arms. So it's modified eagle. If the balance is very difficult, just go into chair with your legs, which is bending both legs together, not crossed. And just use that point of balance that you've found in front of you. Having your ears coming away from your shoulders coming away from your ears. Breathe deeply and relax the jaw. Unwind your arms, stretch them out and relax them by your side, and then unwind your legs. Do the same on the left side now, so track your left toes on the mat and then purposely put them back down on the mat for balancing. Bend your left leg, sweep your right leg over the top, so you're crossing your legs, and you can have your right toes on the mat, or you can just cross them around each other if that's possible. Inhale and have your hands out to the sides, arms out to the sides, stretched out wide. Left arm comes in this time at right angles, so the upper arm is parallel with the ground. The forearm is vertical. Right hand sweeps underneath and grabs either the thumbs or the fingers or the sleeve, whatever you can grab hold of. Eagle pose. Find that point of balance to aid your concentration and balance. These poses help you balance out your right and left side, sun and moon, male and female influences. And assist with clear vision, with discernment. Inhale and stretch your arms wide out to the side and then relax them down by your side. Unwind your legs and come back to mountain pose. You might like to jiggle your legs a little bit if they've got a bit locked up. Wonderful. Coming down to sitting now. Dandasana. So just sitting on your mat, taking any flesh around your buttocks away from your sit bones so that you can really anchor into the ground. And first of all, just notice how you're feeling. Just notice what's arising for you. How your body feels, what your thoughts are. We're going to do caterpillar pose, so just going to raise your knees off the ground slightly, dragging your heels towards you. Your heels are on the ground. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side, up overhead, and then you drape your torso over your thighs and just have your hands lay and relax wherever they can on the mat. And your head goes towards your heels, your knees. And relax here, relaxing your lower back, middle back, and your shoulders, your upper back. Chin to the chest, palms facing the ceiling. Start to focus on the area between your eyebrows. And say to yourself, I act on my truth. I act on my truth. Inhale, stretch your arms long in front of you and come up to vertical, hands above your head. And bring your palms together, exhale, and again bring your fingers, your thumbs down to your third eye. And just rest them there for a moment. Noticing the heat that you've generated. Inhale, and on the exhale, just relax your hands down. We'll do a twist, and this time we'll bring our right foot inside our left thigh, as we always do. Option today to actually cross your right foot over your left thigh and have it on the outside of your left thigh. If you want just a slightly firmer twist. Wrap your left arm around your right shin and squeeze it in tight, sitting up straight, active in the left leg. Inhale, stretch your right arm up to the sky, and exhale, drop your right hand behind you. You might need to dome your hand or have it flat depending on how you are constructed. Inhale and really stretch your spine up tall, crown shining up to the sky. And on the exhale, look over your right shoulder. Squeezing that right thigh into your body, massaging your organs, your digestive tract. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, looking a little further over your right shoulder. One more, stretching up, stretching, and then looking further over your right shoulder. Keeping your legs where they are. Inhale and look to the left, frame your left hip with your hands, and then come back to center and straighten your right foot, right leg. Twist on the left side now. So bringing in your left foot in towards your right thigh, on the inner right thigh, or an option to put your foot on the outside of your right thigh. Active through the right leg, toes pointing towards the shin. Sweep your right hand around your left shin and tuck your left thigh in, nice and tight into the torso. Inhale, raise your left arm up to the sky and then drop it behind you as you exhale. Inhale, stretching the spine long, and exhale, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, stretching up, and exhale, just going a little further into the twist. You can use your right arm to hug that left thigh in tight, giving you a little leverage in your twist. Inhaling, crown to the sky, and exhaling a little bit deeper in your twist. Inhaling and leaving your feet where they are, bring your hands to frame your right hip. And exhale, and then coming back to center, legs straight in front of you. Wonderful work. Coming back down onto your mat. Good to get to lie on the mat at last. Before we completely cool down, we'll do a fish. So there are two options here. One is to have your hands behind your buttocks and you lean on your elbows. That's comfortable for some people, and you're looking to start with at your toes for fish position. The other option I wanted to show you today was that you can roll over to the left slightly and tuck your right hand under your right buttock, palm up. Roll to the right and tuck your left hand under your left buttock, palm up. Whichever one you're doing. Nice straight legs, looking straight up all the time at the ceiling. Inhale and push through your forearms so that you raise your torso, chest coming up towards the ceiling, and you're looking at your toes to start with. Nice and broad through the chest and arching through the lower back. So you start to slide forward and sit into your hands if you have that option. Inhale and stretch through the chest, and exhale. This time inhale and see if you can allow your head to come back slightly, still stretching through the chest so you're looking straight up at the ceiling. Stretching through the chest, shoulders, looking straight up at the ceiling. Inhale, expanding the chest, and exhale, tuck your chin into the chest, looking at your feet, and come back down onto the mat, sliding down onto the mat and releasing your hands. Bring both knees into the chest, clasp your hands around your shins and squeeze tightly for a counter stretch. You can rock from side to side to give yourself a little massage as well. Plant both feet on the ground behind your buttocks. Cross the right leg over the left. Have your hands out in a T either side of you and drop both knees to the right, looking to the left. Make sure both shoulders stay on the mat. Start to connect with your breath. Inhale, tuck your core in and bring your legs back to center. Swap the cross of your legs. Nice tight cross. And drop both legs to the left, looking to the right. Deepen your breathing. As you start to cool down. Inhale, activate your core and bring your legs back to center. Send your left leg long and clasp your right knee up towards your chest, clasping your hands across your shin. Tighten towards your chest and then out towards your armpit. And then send your right leg long. Left leg comes in towards the chest. Clasp your shin, tightly hug your leg in towards your chest and then out towards your armpit. And then send both legs long. Take any final movements you might need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Allow your feet to drop out to the side. Have your hands next to you, palms up. Tuck your chin in slightly and allow your neck to be long. Breathe deeply, expanding through the abdomen, the chest and the shoulders. And as you exhale, feel the ground supporting you. Visualize each part of your body relaxing. Feet and ankles relax. Calves and knees relax. Thighs and hips relax. Pelvis relaxes down. Hands and wrists relax. Forearms and elbows relax. Upper arms and shoulders relax. Abdomen relaxes down. Chest relaxes. Neck and jaw relax. The tongue relaxes in your mouth. Draw your lips back from your teeth and set them in a gentle smile. Raise your eyebrows, stretching your skin on your scalp, and then relax them, softening the area around your eyes. Focus your attention on the area between your eyebrows. I know the answers to my questions. I follow my inner wisdom. I act on my truth. As the body relaxes, so the mind follows. Stillness. If thoughts arise, just let them pass, like clouds in the sky. And when you're ready to move, graze your fingertips with your thumbs. Wiggle your feet. You might like to stretch your legs long. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Before curling up tight and rolling to one side. And just staying there for a couple of moments before you push up to a seat. Sitting as we started in easy seat. Just looking at the floor or closing your eyes. Notice the air coming in and out of your nostrils. And trace it up towards your third eye. Coming in, going up towards your third eye, and then going out again. Intuition coming in and intuition flowing out. Inhale, and on the exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We bow our thinking minds to our loving hearts in gratitude for practice today, in gratitude for the wisdom and intuition we have within us, and in gratitude for nature itself. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice, and if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, or leave me a comment. Thank you. Bye.